This is Group 4's presentation, 4 No-Kill Animal Shelters by Maykaila, Landon, Valerie, Maria, Gisele, Animals and Society.
Maria, and I will be talking about the history and background. The no-kill movement began over half a century ago when individual caregivers started rescuing and sheltering homeless animals to keep them alive, pushing back against the long-standing practice of killing stray or abandoned animals in shelters. These early rescuers often worked alone with little recognition or support, and were seen as going against traditional animal welfare systems. At the time, beginning in the 1930s, activists focused on reducing overpopulation through spay-neuter programs. These grassroots rescues and preventive efforts laid the foundation for what would eventually become the no-kill movement. By the early 1990s, millions of animals were still being killed every year due to uncontrolled breeding, and most major animal welfare organizations continue to support killing as a way to manage shelter populations. The caregivers advocating for no-kill practices were often independent individuals or small groups, and there was no system of communication or shared resources among them. This changed when the first national no-kill directory was created in 1994, giving caregivers a way to find and support each other. Because no national animal welfare conferences acknowledged no-kill principles doing things for animals, DTFA was founded to create a space for education, collaboration, and communication. This is Maria Segoviano. I will be talking about cultural and sociological importance. Many people believe that no-kill shelters are the most humane solution for caring for unwanted animals, but this idea is often based on misconceptions. The term no-kill doesn't mean a shelter never euthanizes animals. It simply means the shelter maintains a 90% or higher safe rate. In other words, 9 out of 10 animals leave the shelter alive, and euthanasia is usually reserved for animals that are extremely sick or dangerously aggressive. While this sounds ideal, the reality is that no-kill shelters often achieve these numbers by being highly selective about which animals they accept. Unlike open admissions shelters, which take in every animal regardless of health, behavior, or the owner's ability to pay, no-kill shelters can and do turn animals away. Many don't list surrender options, publicly making it difficult for people to give up animals in need. When no-kill shelters decline intakes, those animals often end up on the streets in unsafe homes, or ultimately at open admission shelters where they may be euthanized. This means that the burden of caring for the sickest and most vulnerable animals often falls on open admissions facilities, not the no-kill ones. The Norfolk SPCA, a no-kill shelter, does great community work but does not openly accept surrendered pets. The animals turned away from no-kill shelters usually end up at open admission shelters, and sometimes humane euthanasia is the kindest option, especially for animals who are suffering or pose safety risk The real problem isn't that no-kill shelters exist, it's the stigma created by labeling open admission shelters as kill shelters. A shelter isn't a kill shelter simply because it has a lower safe rate. Most shelters are doing everything they can within the limits of overcrowding and pet overpopulation. It's not only unfair but harmful to shame facilities that provide essential, compassionate services that others avoid. Pushing every shelter to become no-kill ignores the reality of their work and can leave more animals suffering without proper care. Instead of relying on labels, it's important to look at how shelters operate and understand the roles they play. Both no-kill and open admission shelters benefit their communities in different ways. Recognizing these differences and the challenges each type faces is key to supporting humane animal care.
Ethical aspects for people that approve a no-kill animal shelter. Approving no-kill shelters contribute towards advocating for the life of animals, such as improvement. No-kill shelters contribute to bringing attentive recognition towards the well-being of the animals by providing them ways to get better, and they send an idea that animals are not needing to have to be euthanized, diminishing harm. They contribute into providing refuge for animals rather than having the animals being on stake of being in harmful and deadly environments. Promoting. Establishing ways to invoke people on the movement of no-kill shelters so people are well aware that animals deserve second chances. Fairness. Give animals the same value and considerations like humans as well. Prefer qualification and quantification. Thinking of how the animal should spend their life and what environments would be best for them throughout their journey of life, and thinking of how to enhance the number of years of life in the animals. Overall, the ethical concerns or challenges that people that approve no-kill shelters, they stand strongly on the idea that animals should be provided the same resources as humans like us, and that this way it will be able to bring an enhancement or an improvement within the physical and mental well-being of animals.
Positive increase in adoption rates. Over the past 2 years, there has been a significant trend in animals being adopted from no-kill shelters. In 2023, cat adoptions increased by 2%, with nearly 39,000 more cats being adopted, passing the 2019 levels by 3%. Dog adoption rates went up to 57% in 2024, up from 56% in 2023. There were at least 63% of the shelters in the U.S. that achieved the goal of being no-kill in 2024. With this information, it shows that these animals in no-kill animal shelters are receiving the proper care, allowing them to receive the proper care from the staff in the shelters, being spayed/neutered, and even fostered. When being considered a no-kill shelter, it gains the eyes of the community, attracting more people to volunteer/foster these animals in which are being placed in the shelters. In these shelters that are no-kill shelters, there are rooms in which individuals can socialize with these animals to ensure this is the animal they really want to take home. However, if for some reason an animal is to be adopted, taken home, and doesn't fit with the family's lifestyle, they always have a space in which they can return to at the shelter if adopted from a no-kill facility. When being in these shelters, they are focused on the longevity care for the animal, finding solutions such as foster homes where they may be able to find their forever home.
Just a slight tax increase results in more animal care. With the overpopulation of animals within shelters and no-kill facilities, it is becoming harder for resources to be abundant. Places such as Lee County in Florida are proposing solutions to their residents for no-kill animal shelters to become more effective. Advocates are emphasizing the low adoption rates for these animals that are stored in no-kill shelters. An alternative to preventing the overpopulation of unwanted pets is to spay and neuter animals so that there won't be a continuous increase. Placing animals in facilities that won't euthanize them but provide resources for them to have better chances of surviving and adoption is something that people are strongly pushing for in Florida. Spaying and neutering pets within no-kill shelters would reduce the overcapacity issues that are present. Therefore, organizations such as Heaven on Earth, Animal League, are introducing the topics of tax increases for the opportunity of supporting and funding no-kill facilities. They reason that a 5% A $5 tax increase would contribute to valuable resources to keep unwanted pets off of the street and out of harm's way, while also reducing the population. There recently has been a dip in U.S. euthanasia rates. Best Friends Animal Society is an organization committed to animal welfare. They provide the most accurate data information on the pet care industry and have a well-rounded reputation for their life-saving facilities, programs, partnerships, and services. They ensure that their information is correct and available to everyone so that they can gain insight regarding rescue animals and work towards building a strong community of people who want a no-kill society. One of the largest problems that regular shelters face is their tendency to euthanize animals in order to free space within their compounds. Best Friends and their partner no-kill facilities make it their mission to reduce the number of pets being killed in shelters. As of 2024, there has been a 12% decrease in the amount of dogs and cats admitted to shelters. Moreover, the number of pets killed inside those shelters has decreased by almost 500,000. Another large percentage decrease, with an average of 2 out of 3 shelters moving towards no-kill. A larger movement contributed by organizations like Best Friends Animal Society has worked toward reducing the number of euthanasia and has no-kill enforcement policies within various states becoming the new normal. Pets' lives are being spared and are now given the chance to live in a caring home.
Medical funds. No-kill animal shelters have access to medical funds through various ways, such as grants from different organizations. With these funds, they have the ability to spay/neuter animals in which have not been fixed. Not only do they have the ability to spay/neuter animals, but if an animal comes in with a medical problem, in which is in reasonable price that is not life or death threatening, they are able to take that money to fix that dog. Oftentimes, if an animal has a problem that is not life or death threatening, such as a broken leg or needing a minor surgery, they will not end up getting adopted in a no-kill shelter, as individuals may feel bad for that animal, but they know it is going to take a sufficient amount of funding to fix that dog. With the no-kill shelters having the ability to gain funds through grants, it allows for animals that have minor injuries to find their forever home without the owner having to worry about the severity of the problem they may be taking the dog with. Aside from the funds in which they may receive from grants, they also have the ability to fundraise through their page, where individuals throughout their community or even the world may donate to contribute to specific medical cases. With these shelters that are no-kill, they do everything in their power to ensure that animals' well-being is taken care of. Here's a video of a dog that was able to get adopted and medical funds were utilized while he was in the shelter.
With a leg that was so badly damaged it couldn't be repaired. And if it had been a year earlier, he probably would have been immediately euthanized because an amputation is $1,500, or at least was.
Nice.
And he was brought over, the leg was amputated, and 3 days later he came home with me.
He's amazing. He's walking in, he's just a happy little buddy, like just hopping around all over the place.
Riverside becomes no-kill. On June 12, 2025, the County of Riverside Board of Supervisors passed Resolution Number 2025-133, committing Riverside County to becoming a no-kill community. They have set out on a mission to save every dog and cat in the area. Backed by Best Friends Animal Society, they believe they can do it and are on the right track. They need help from the community. There will be an increase of dogs and cats in the shelters, so they are asking everyone to do their part and adopt a new family member from the shelter. The CEO of Best Friends Animal Society, Julie Castle, stated, "If just 6% more people planning to bring home a new pet chose to adopt from a shelter rather than purchase from a breeder or pet store, we could make Riverside, the great state of California, and even the country no-kill." Now that is an amazing statement, to say the least. It does not seem too large of a task to accomplish. Over 1 million dogs and cats were being killed in shelters in 2016 when Best Friends Animal Society started. Now, as of last year, the number is 425,000. That is a 59% increase in success. Riverside has made the first step in helping out the rest of California become entirely no-kill. 4 new no-kill states. With 16 states now fully embracing the no-kill mission, the country is getting closer to being a safer place for our beloved dogs and cats. Recently, as of August 12, 2025, 4 new states have committed to signing no-kill proclamations. Those 4 states are Oregon, Connecticut, Kansas, and Iowa. They bring that total to the 16 states that have all committed to saving the lives of cats and dogs. Best Friends Animal Society, a leading national animal welfare organization dedicated to ending the killing of shelter pets, welcomes this important progress in saving more animals nationwide. Data from Best Friends shows that in the first half of 2025, Americans helped save 19% more shelter pets compared to the same period last year. Nearly 2/3 of all U.S. shelters are already no-kill, with many others close to reaching the milestone, often fewer than 100 pets away. Each new year, we help more and more cats and dogs find new homes. With help from more governors, we will save the lives of every cat and dog on the street.
Approving opinion. In conclusion, people thrive on contributing to incorporate more no-kill animal shelters globally in order to motivate more people to conclude the perspectives on the ideal idea that we should respect the lives of animals, but then also allowing them to be given a second chance of life. No-kill shelters would create animals to be facilitated into a more humane animal care, rather than having the animals having to have their backs turned away from them. Individuals supporting this bold, opinionated side are encouraging or demonstrating the importance of being more compassionate towards the way we can prioritize the physical and mental well-being of animals, and abolish the idea that we should dispose of animals because of their age, illness, and behavioral impediments. People who are approving of no-kill animal shelters are openly demonstrating through the active movement that we should promote adoption and provide enhancing information for people to have the title of earning responsible pet owner, and understand that animals are living beings like us and deserve to receive the same fair recognition and treatment as us humans, and to stand on the statement that animals have hearts and similar functionality and sentimental values as humans, so why should we not give them the same care? Spread awareness about animal care.